Welcome to the tutorial for isometric model number 11. So here I'm going to show you, this is the part that will be demonstrated in this tutorial. So number 11 here looks like it starts with the block and then you see these two triangles. So it looks like we might have to use the loft cut feature to cut this triangle part. Now if you looked at this normally you probably think, I could probably do the extrude feature, extrude cut the triangle out. But they are in two different sizes. So I will show you how to do that properly on Inventor. And go ahead and open up Inventor. I'm going to minimize this so you guys got to see what the part looked like that we'll be modeling for this tutorial. Now that Inventor is opened, I'm going to go ahead and create a 2D sketch. It's going to bring up the work planes here. I'm going to go ahead and click on the XY plane. And I'm going to go ahead and create a 2-point triangle, lock it at the 0, 0 coordinate, and zoom out here and create the triangle. Now I don't have to be exact because I always have that lovely feature called dimension where I can set it. Now if I look at my part and count how many blocks there are, remember the spacing is 0.25 for every grid, every space, every block. So it looks like 2, 4, 6, 8. Looks like the length of this front view is at 4 and the height is at 2.25. So I'm going to go ahead and dimension this. So I'm going to dimension this length. It was close, but it's actually 4. Let's see how close I was here. Closer. And set that to 2.25, and now you're going to see I have a block that is set to the front part of this shape. Now if you look at the shape, ignore the triangle for now because we're just going to go ahead and create this box and extrude it, or this rectangle. And I'm going to look at the depth of this rectangle. Looks like it goes back 4 spaces, which is going to be the depth of 2. So with that, I'm going to finish the sketch. And when I finish the sketch, I'm going to go ahead and extrude. I'm going to put it towards, I like to put it in the back direction, but you can choose to bring it forward, back, or equal distance. Go ahead and bring it back. And again, we looked at that and said it was at the depth of 2. I'm going to go ahead and hit OK. So there is my block. But now what you notice from the drawing is that there's these 2 triangles, right? So there's one triangle here and one in the back. So let's go ahead and draw this first triangle. I'm going to go back here and I'm going to create a 2D sketch and I'm going to put it on my front view. I'm going to go ahead and use my line feature. I'm going to draw my triangle and try to pick up the midway point of this because I see from the isometric model drawing that the triangle actually meets that point. And once I do this, I'm going to go to dimension. I'm going to actually set my constraints for this triangle. And what I notice here is the distance of the point of the triangle to the edge, which is 0.5. So I'm going to go back here, dimension the edge to the point, and it looks like it was at 0.25, 1 block. Now you notice how yours might not do this, but mine did. It actually moved, it shifted it, because I actually have to constrain this to the other edge of this block. And as I said earlier, if my total length is 4, it looks like it's constrained at the center, so I'm going to go ahead and I can do a trick here and go 4 divided by 2, or you can just type in 2. Just want to show you that. And now that is constrained. Now this line is green, so I'm going to see if maybe I can go ahead and constrain that too. Once I've completed this sketch, I'm going to go ahead and finish sketch, and you can see my front triangle is here. This time, usually what we do is we go ahead and hit extrude, but if we were to do that, it would extrude straight back, and that is not what we want. So what we need to do is actually create another sketch in the back of our block, and that will accommodate for this small triangle back here that we need to loft cut to. I'm going to go ahead and create a sketch in the back. And that should take you on sketch 3 if you followed the order that I did it here. I'm going to create a triangle, and this time you can tell from the drawing that the triangle doesn't meet at the very edge. It actually comes out 0.5 from both ends and then dips down. So with that said, I'm going to come here, draw the line, and just go ahead and drop it on this line. I'll try my best to lock that in the center, but we can always adjust that later. I'm going to hit dimension. Remember, if you look at it, it was 0.5. Oh, yep, it was 0.5. I'm going to go ahead and do this at 0.5. And then I'm going to dimension this, the bottom edge. If I look, it looks like it's at 1.25. And my final dimension will be here, so close. It's 2.02073324, but I just want that at 2. And now that is constraint. Once you have your triangle established, go ahead and finish your sketch. And go back to my cube here. Okay, so now I should have 2 sketches on my user browser. And what I'm going to do now is go to under the sweep command. Actually, I need the loft feature. So again, you need to find that under the sweep command. And under loft, I'm going to go ahead and right now it's default at join, but I really want it to loft cut. It says sections to add. I'm going to go ahead and select a sketch. I'm going to select sketch 2, and I'm going to select that triangle part in sketch 2. Click to add. I'm going to go ahead and click on sketch 3, do the back, hit OK, and then that should give you the loft cut for isometric model number 11. And go ahead and put that in the isometric view, and that should look it should look like if you did it right. And we'll find out when you guys dimension it, but this is what you just modeled on Inventor.